Hello, I am Aviva reporting live in Jerusalem from room 552 for Israel 24/6 TV. Today is the 7th of July 2008. Welcome to this edition of Fact Not Commentary. Just shortly after 2 p.m. in Jerusalem today, the government press office here forwarded a statement to the foreign press from the Defense Minister, Mr. Ehud Barak. That communique was concerning the classification of certain Islamic organizations collecting charity from the public, which in turn forwards the funds to Hamas. Reading from today's communique, I quote, Defense Minister Ehud Barak recently signed an order declaring 36 funds around the world, members of the Union of Good organization, to be banned associations in Israel since they are part of Hamas's fundraising network and both support and assist it. This order, the broadest and most comprehensive ever issued in Israel, joins a series of previous declarations against overseas charity organizations that belong to the Union of Good and Hamas, including Interpal in the United Kingdom, branches of the Al-Aqsa Foundation in Europe, the Holy Land Foundation in the United States, the World Assembly of Muslim Youth in Saudi Arabia, and additional foundations in Turkey, Qatar, South Africa, Austria, Jordan, France, the Netherlands, Italy, Denmark, Sweden, and other countries. This is a significant step against the global network which assists Hamas in raising funds. The order outlaws a great number of bodies that are active abroad and which are responsible for raising very large sums for Hamas activities in Judea, Samaria, and the Gaza Strip. The Union of Good is in effect a roof organization for foundations operated by Hamas around the world, especially in Europe and the Persian Gulf countries. It was outlawed by the Defense Minister in 2002 for its massive support of Hamas. The union is composed of dozens of extremist Islamic foundations around the world. The WAMY is especially active in the Persian Gulf countries and in Africa. The activity of Hamas foundations in Europe are led by Interpal in the United Kingdom, branches of the Al-Aqsa Foundation, end quote. The communique also lists an organization in France, the CBSP, as one of those organizations which collect funds from the public for Hamas. In light of the visit of President Sarkozy recently, my question to the listening world now is, when are the decision makers going to show their mutual disgust for money being raised through pleas for charity to the public in order to finance terror? The details of the fundraising are further documented by Mr. Barak's communique, and I continue to quote. Dozens of foundations that are operated abroad by Hamas, most of which are members of the Union of Good, along with dozens of Hamas charitable associations active in Judea, Samaria, and the Gaza Strip, from a well-organized and coordinated support network that includes Hamas's fundraising arm abroad and the vital civilian and infrastructure networks in Judea, Samaria, and the Gaza Strip. In this framework, tens of millions of dollars per annum are transferred from the overseas foundations to Hamas associations in the field. Recently, it has become clear that union-affiliated foundations are trying to raise funds not only for Hamas charitable associations in Judea, Samaria, and the Gaza Strip, but for the activities of the Hamas government as well. The chairman of the Union of Good is the infamous Sheikh Yusuf al-Qaradawi. Several steps have been taken so far in Israel and abroad against foundations, associations, and activists connected to Hamas's global fundraising network, including the banning of the Al-Aqsa Foundation in Germany and the Netherlands, the conviction of senior Islamic movement officials over their links with the Union for Good and Hamas foundations, and the conviction of a Hamas-affiliated charity in Iran. This is no doubt that this significant declaration will, in light of its scope, require the Israeli and world banking and financial systems to prepare accordingly and act with caution in order to avoid criminal actions or civil lawsuits by victims of terrorism, such as that against the Arab Bank in the United States." End quote. And that concludes this edition of Fact Not Commentary. I am Aviva Lee, reporting live in Jerusalem from room 552 for Israel 24/6 TV. May the Almighty help this present inhabited world. Thank you, and Shalom.